Hi guys, my name is Miriam. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. It's been a while that I did not upload anything on this channel. In fact, it's been like more than a year. But I'm back today with a video in English because I would like to share with you guys something which is like a reflection that crossed my mind recently, and it's about realizing how blessed we are. We live in a world in which we are always wanting more, striving for more, comparing ourselves with other people and competing with other people, etc. And this makes us in a rush, like we are in a rush, and we forget to just take a moment and look at what we actually have and be grateful for the small things, Like, sometimes there are very small things that even seem insignificant to the level that we don't even notice them, But in reality, they are so precious. Unfortunately, we tend to look at what we are lacking instead of appreciating what we already have, all those blessings we are in. And, don't get me wrong, this does not mean that we should not be ambitious and dream about a better life. No. What I mean is that sometimes we get so sad and depressed because we feel empty. We feel like everyone has it better, and so we don't feel content for the beautiful things that we're living. And we're too focused on what we don't have, and that's not good at all. One thing we often forget when it comes to blessings is living in a peaceful country or place. Guys, can you imagine that some people were born in countries that have always been in war? Going outside is a very big risk. Let's just take a moment to just put ourselves in their position. Some are born in refugee camps, they don't have a country, they rely on humanitarian help 100%, they're living in very difficult conditions, and they are surrounded by bombs, by distress, by death. That's just insane. We feel so safe that we don't even think about it, and we think that peace and security are granted, but they are not. It's a huge blessing, and we are so lucky to have that. So we have to be grateful for all of that. Also, in some countries, you can't even practice your religion freely, or just being from a certain ethnicity puts your life in danger. There are also places where the state tracks you because you are having a certain job, like a journalist or so. We really need to take a moment to think about all of this and realize how lucky we are. There is also health. There are so many people who are sick, ill, in hospitals. Being healthy is an immense blessing. Because without it you don't have anything, you have nothing. And trust me, you can wake up one day and something happens and your health becomes bad and declines. And sometimes you can't move anymore. I'm talking from personal experience. It can happen to anyone overnight. So if you're healthy, you need to realize that you're one of the luckiest and wealthiest people in the world. Another thing is just having food on the table. We have so many choices, many varieties of food, and we're so lucky we can decide what we want to eat, when we want to eat, and we don't even have to bake or make the food. We can just order it. Guys, this is incredible. Do you realize that in the past, and even nowadays, in some regions of the world, people have to wait for months to get what they want? They need to grow plants for months, and if they want to eat something, they have to walk long distances to get grain, for example, or to go to the river to get water, etc. If they want to eat chicken, for example, they need to get themselves a chicken, slaughter it, clean it, cook it, etc. And for vegetables and fruits, they need to cultivate them, water them, take care of them, and then they can finally eat them, but for just a limited period of time. Now, in our time and age and modern societies, if you crave strawberries in the middle of the winter or whatever, anytime, anywhere, you just can get them in the blink of an eye. This is so crazy when we actually think about it. Just imagine with me, guys, that you suddenly don't have all of this comfort anymore. How big the frustration would be. Some people really struggle to have just a piece of bread and water, and they would give their whole life to get just 1% of all what we have. We're literally so lucky and privileged for having access to the internet, smartphones, and the huge quantity of informations and services they offer. Same with the cars and planes. Like, in the past, people needed to write letters and they took weeks or months to be delivered. When they needed to travel, it took them many days or weeks under cold and hot weather. Now, in 1 second, you can connect with someone who is on the other side of the planet. Isn't this awesome? To us, it sounds and looks normal because we're used to it, but believe me, it's necessary to just pause and take a moment to think about it all. The people who are struggling, whether with their finances or health or whatever it is, they're not that different from us. Most of them had regular lives with a home, a job, a partner, and suddenly everything changes and they lose everything. So we really need to understand that nothing is granted. And so we should not take anything for granted. And we have to enjoy the blessings that we have, and most importantly, we have to be grateful and value them because they are so precious. There are so many things to be grateful about, and I deeply believe that when we're grateful, we receive even more and we become blessed in unexpected ways and beyond measures. So yes, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope this was useful, and I really encourage you to reflect on the beautiful things you have or the characteristics in your personality that you love, and take a moment to write them down and to feel grateful and thankful for it. Also, don't forget to celebrate it and enjoy it because nothing is granted forever. Thank you so much, guys. Peace, love, and light, and see you soon.